Hi everyone, how are you? Oh, sorry, just 1 second. Just 1 sec. I just needed to advise someone that I was going live. How are you? I'm very happy to be joining you. So it is Sunday here over in New Zealand, Auckland, and the sun is kind of like coming down. The view is spectacular from here. I just want to send briefly. Oh, goodness. I'm so sorry. On love. Go. So today we've got a really interesting topic that I wanted to bring forward. And the more I speak to my girlfriends and the more I have, conversations and, playful fun, not necessarily, serious conversations with women and with men as well, the more I find this coming up time and time again. And what I'm finding, so the question is, are you enhancing your creativity daily? And here's why doing that will drastically improve the quality of your life. So what I'm finding the more I speak with women and people, men in general, is that they find that there is like something missing and they wish they could somehow enhance the quality of their life. And interestingly enough, when I pose a question of, how does that look like to you? The answer is always, I just want to, feel all about, the way they feel and variety. It's about emotions and variety and expressiveness. A lot of people like to connection. So all these terms sort of come in to play. And I understand that through my own personal journey, my own experience, and recovering from my previous stages, of illness and phases that I went through in my healing and recovery journey. What has helped me to keep on the lane of health and wellness and finding myself and coming back to my truth every time I was kind of like misguided was having a strong sense of like trust with myself and my own inner voice, my own intuition. Now when it comes to enhancing your creativity, a lot of people are not very sure as to where that comes from, how you can improve, how you can work on, being more expressive, being more creative. A lot of people might say, like, I just don't have time to do anything in my life. I just have time. I've got enough time to look after my family and to do work. But really, a really big thing that is missing is that we are the sole creators, so we can actually create what it is that we are, that's unfolding in front of us. So what I found in common with all these women and men that I spoke to was that what was missing was play. What was missing was, those emotions, those feeling good emotions, feeling sexy, feeling desirable. Hi, Adrienne. Nice to see you. Thanks for hopping on. Good to see you there. How are you? And where are you tuning in from? Share with us. So this is something that I found time and time again that kept appearing. So people are missing, what they're missing out on is on fun and play. And they wished they could somehow use the energy, like the essential energy. A lot of people may say, what is that essential energy? So that's exactly what I help you to connect with, is that divine energy, that strong, creative, they call it sexual energy. It's our sexual energy that is very much misinterpreted, misunderstood in society. It may seem like taboo, but that's the actual vital force that that is behind the creation of our life and literally of everything, of our relationships, of our books, whatever we're writing, of our paintings, of things that is born through our inspiration, through our desire, because inspiration comes from desire within, right? And it's really the pure essence of who we are. And this is why everyone is very unique. Every piece of art is very unique because everyone brings forward their own essence, right? So I'm asking you, how are you enhancing your creativity daily? Adrienne, I don't know if you have any passions, any things that you love, maybe things that you've loved in the past that you've neglected, or that you kind of put a bit on the side, not necessarily neglected. I find that a lot of the times it's to do with timing, you know. There's been times of my life where I was very devoted to my painting. There was been times where I was really devoted to my dance, and other times I kind of folded more into aerial yoga and other kind of like physical art forms. So, you know, the idea is to let go of, you know, that firmness, which is very different from, you know, discipline and consistency, right? So discipline and consistency is something that I would, you know, I encourage, and I know it's like the key ingredient. It's kind of like a chip. So if we are tuned into this chip and we are living in conviction, then we automatically apply this discipline and this consistency in what it is that we want. And sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean that you are always very clear with what it is that you're wanting to do. But the wonderful thing is of allowing this energy, right, this creative force, this energy, this essence within you to be in motion, right? So even if you are uncertain, and a lot of women that I speak to, they're not very certain about what it is that they want. You know, they probably lost touch with their passion channel, like with their passions, with what, you know, lights them up. And, you know, one thing I've come on today is to speak to you ladies and to say that, you know, it's okay. You know, we're not here to be so hard on ourselves where we are suppressing ourselves, and when we're being hard on ourselves for being where we are at, you know, because I believe that everyone does their best. Everyone tries, everybody based on the resources that they have and the knowledge they have and what's been taught to them, they use. So the reason why we have these educational platforms, or these platforms where we can connect with other women, is so that we can allow ourselves, like we're actually giving ourselves, hey Sammy, good to see you. We're allowing ourselves to connect with other women, and there's nothing more powerful than having many women together over one, right? Because it's like many hearts, many minds, many ideas, and it's an opportunity to really spread the love. To hear another woman out, to express like their own perspective as well, because there's no one way is the right way. So one thing that encompasses my teachings, ladies, and I'm very big on this, is actually to listen to your own intuition. I don't like the gurus or the coaches that come online and say, you know, this is the only way that you can do something to achieve something, or to, you know, to have this kind of level of success or outcome. What I am very big on is actually tuning into, like, relying on our own inner wisdom and strength, right? And to, you know, the more we use that and we connect with that, the deeper, and, you know, the stronger we become internally. So I'm very big on that, and I feel that. So yeah, I was saying, so with my teachings, I'm all about helping you to connect with that inner wisdom, and I give you lots of tools and methodologies that you can use and apply with yourself to enhance and to grow and expand, right? So that your reality expands, and you allow yourself, like, these parts within yourself that where you give yourself permission to desire, and to have deep desires and deep passions, right? And actually manifest that in your life, right? So that literally becomes like your reality, your surrounding, okay? So it's not that there's one way, but, and, you know, for the ones that have followed me for a while, a lot of the things that I write and I share about, it's all about things that I connect to very deeply. Like I say, it's ancient Egyptian wisdom that comes through my teachings. And it's an invitation for you to be open to this. Now, this is related to our feminine energy, and our feminine energy is our creative energy, right? It comes from our sacral chakra. I don't know how much you know about the chakra system, the energetic system, but we all hold this energetic system within our own body, that if we when we know about it, then there's so much that we understand There's so much, it invites us to see things from a different perspective. And there's always ways of improving ourselves, like in health and, energy levels, increase in positivity and vitality in our life, right? Now, when we connect to our energetic channels, which is everything, I teach as well, and that will be coming through in my next course that is coming up. You are your own master. You become your own master, right? And there's nothing more empowering than actually, and Sammy, you can share something with us here, because, we know that I know that you are a creative yourself, and that you are wanting to, you're very talented. You've got a beautiful voice. You're a singer. You're an actor. You've done beautiful things in your life. And there comes a time in our life where we tend to, put on the side things that really light us up. It doesn't mean that we need to do everything all at once. But sometimes we forget, like from all the responsibilities and all the pressure that we get from family and society, it's kind of like we lose touch with our sacred sensuality. We lose touch with our sacredness, with our sexual creativity, with our essential energy, with our creative channel, right? With our passion channel. And I'm here to remind you, and women, and this is what I stand for, is that we have the right to pursue what lights us up, to pursue our pleasures, and to somehow find a way to integrate that in our everyday life. And that brings me to today's question is, how are you enhancing your creativity daily? So ever since I've integrated my things that I love and my passions, the quality of my life has improved drastically. And yes, there is a process of things that I totally suggest that I've done on myself, that I've done that's helped me on the journey. Okay, so like I was saying, there's no one way, but what I can do is share tips and things that I know have worked for me. There's been a course that has been born from this experience, especially during the recent one. I believe that we are all here to learn. We're all at different stages of our growth. So I'm a teacher, I'm a mentor, but I'm also a student of life, and I would always love to see myself as a student of life. Okay, so just remember that what I share is something that I've adopted that's helped me to regain my confidence. It's helped me to regain, my confidence with my sexuality as a woman, my sensual energy, just confidence with connecting with people, with the right people that I wanted to bring into my life, attract into my life. It's impacted the health of my relationships. It's impacted the health of, connections that I have with men. And it wasn't always this way. So what I wanted to share with you is, there's a series of processes involved when it comes to being able to enhance your creativity daily. So first of all, you've got to give yourself the time. You've got to give yourself permission to explore that. Now, when we have an understanding of our energetic channels, then we are automatically supporting ourselves. We are taking time aside in our day. I know it's getting darker because the sun's going down, but we are taking time and we are creating. Like, we are literally creating our reality when we do that. So creation is born from creativity is born from the root word creation. So we are creating from our own essence. So we can do that, but there's a series of things that I invite you to ponder on and to kind of, just put your attention on. That can allow you to create space for this, for newness to kind of be born, right? Creativity to be born from you, right? So what do I want to share with you? What else do I want to say? So, like I was saying, discipline and consistency, that's really big. I bring that with everything that I do. It's okay to not feel entirely sure about what it is that you want to pursue. Sammy, you know what your passions are. A lot of people don't know what their passions are, and that's okay. There's no need to hold a gun at ourselves, because of that. Why not explore? Why not meet other people? See what lights you up when people share their stories, and this is a point of, like, connecting with other women, because we are only learning more about others, and we are allowing ourselves to explore more of what just happened there with the lighting. Wow. We are allowing ourselves to explore what may attract us, what attracts us, right? So, for example, what else can I share with you? Sorry, I'll give you a little intro, because I don't think I shared with you what it is that I do, who I am, for the ones that haven't followed me for a while. So I combine, I'm Italian, that's my background, and I combine my linguistics background knowledge with ancient Egyptian wisdom, and I translate that into a Romance language. So I use a lot of Italian mantra to help you to raise your vibration, and there's a reason behind that, right? It's with the way that we are stimulating our brain, our subconscious, and the vibration and the energy within our body. So there's all these reasons behind, scientific reasons behind the way that the approach that I have, okay, to achieving, you know, this wellness, this expansion and fullness in life, right? So I also incorporate movement. So I'm a dancer. I've danced my whole life with breaks in between, obviously, but I've always been into aerial yoga and belly dancing and salsa and merengue, all that stuff. That really lights me up, and I'm just decided to get back into it after a long break. And I'm going to be pushing myself, well, not pushing myself, but I'm going to be a little bit of a challenge. It gives me something really to look forward to, is to, yeah, just to pursue belly dancing and to take it to the next level, okay? So I wanted to have this conversation with you because I feel that a lot of women really underestimate. We get so caught up, or women get so caught up. You know, I have as well, of course. But then I know how to bring myself back, right? So a lot of women get so caught up in the everyday to do things, and they just hold themselves so guilty and like responsible, and they're just very hard on themselves when they have these gaps of like uncertainty. And I come up as a reminder, because not everybody knows what they want in their life, you know, just as yet, but it doesn't mean that you won't know, you know, in the future. So give yourself more time for play. Give yourself more time to be in a space of the unknown. Love yourself in that moment. Love yourself in that space. Continue to give love and care to yourself, even though you are uncertain of what is going to be unfolding. And exploration and playfulness, innocence, you know, bringing all these beautiful qualities in our life every day can help us to discover new things, okay? So, yeah, so I feel that we are just, you know, too harsh on ourselves when we are not, when we see that we're not exactly where we want to be. But the point is to actually enjoy the journey, enjoying the journey, and including play in our life. And play is not just literally like only doing a sport or only doing this one activity. Playfulness, as in, I'm talking about more of it's like an energy thing. It's something that lives within you, that allows you to be graceful, to be in flow, and that allows you to have, it's like having this relationship with life and with energy and with everything in life, where you are not attached to outcomes, and you allow, what's the term? You allow resistance to kind of melt away, right? So everything that you will learn throughout my course, and through the content that I share with you, and, you know, with retreats that are going to be coming up, there's going to be a retreat coming up, and I'm planning for one in Italy, but I'll share more of that, you know, as time goes on. So the idea is to have a fun approach to life, like a playful approach. And it's kind of like, you know, how do you like people coming to you and say, you have to do this, there's only one way of achieving this one thing, there's only, like, how does that make you feel? Doesn't that, just the thought of it, you know, or, you know, the tone, it just makes your whole body just cripples up, right? It just becomes all tense. Whereas when a woman, or when a man, or, you know, when there's this beautiful flourishing energy that is very much leaning back, and that is you know, open and receptive and, you know, is listening and is operating from an open heart space, you know, that's inviting. So this is what I want to do with you, is I want to help you to develop or to tune into this energy that comes from the heart and that is really inviting and it's captivating. So when we are connected, when we are devoted to our creative energy, we automatically become irresistible to not only men, but we become irresistible to life. So we know how to, we automatically learn to adopt this way of captivating things, of drawing things into our life, okay? And I always say, allow your dreams and your desires to unfold before your eyes, because when you are operating from that space and that energy, then, you know, you are feeling it, you are living it before you actually click and you say, hang on, you know, like, oh my God, I've just manifested what my desire, what I wanted so badly. So yeah, allow your desires to manifest before your eyes. So let me just read Sammy's message. 100%. I've started making sure I put my time for every day to do things I love, like karaoke, dancing, writing. Oh my God, Sammy, you are the greatest creative. I love, you've got gifts and talents that you are pursuing, that you are, that you're finding time for. And how do you feel? Share with us, how does that make you feel every day? Do you find that you have more energy? So I personally find that I just get on this high, right? I get this, I'm just high on life. And it's all those amazing, those feeling good hormones like dopamine and oxytocin. I really need to put the light on in here because it's really dark. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to end the video actually because it's 21 minutes in. But I wanted to share with you what, you know, just kind of getting you to ponder on that. So, you know, how are you enhancing your creativity daily? And this is why, by setting time aside to develop your creative energy is going to drastically improve the quality of your life. It's because you are going to be releasing oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin, all these hormones, all these feeling good hormones that make you feel good and connects you with your sacral chakra, right? Your solar plexus. So these are all energetic channels of creation and creativity, right? So this is what you will do with me. You will only learn more about how to use that energy, how to harness that creative energy, how to use it to attract beautiful things into your life, right? That is literally linked and connected to your essence. Okay. So much lighter. You feel much lighter. Yeah, because people that live too much in their heads, you know, it's like they're carrying the world, the burden of the world on their shoulder. So that's awesome, Sammy. So it's all about feeling lighter, feeling more energetic, feeling also sexier and, you know, more sensual. Do you find that you feel sexier as well as you're feeling lighter? So you definitely start to develop, or you start to connect more to your sensual energy, so you look more vibrant, right? You might be attracting more men into your life because your energy is more fun and open. So thanks for following, Sammy, and I'm gonna go now, and I'll see you again tomorrow, and I'll see if I'll bring another topic. So all of these topics that I've been bringing in every day, it's going to be leading to just giving you a little taste of what the course that is coming up is going to be about, okay? So sending you lots of love, and I'll see you again tomorrow.